beings, all were associated in their mind.
Three things held the Cherokee people together: common beliefs, a common language, and a kinship system based on the 7 clans.
One was the bird, another's the deer, of which I'm a member of, the Blue Clan, the Paint Clan, the Long Hair, the Wolf Clan, and the Wild Potato. And we get our clans from our mothers.
The 42 towns of the Cherokee Nation lay in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Great Smokies, and along the river they called the Long Man. 300 miles to the east, tiny European settlements were taking a firm hold along the coast. And by the end of the 17th century, white visitors were again showing up in Cherokee territory.
I think if you walked into a Cherokee village in 1700, that you would find people who were enormously hospitable. Hospitality was a social virtue, and Cherokees were very welcoming. They would have brought you into the town square. You would have seen little kitchen gardens close to the households, but surrounding the village, you would have seen large fields of corn and beans. Cherokee households had a sense of owning a section of the common field. On the other hand, labor was communal, and Cherokee women moved from field to field, working together, singing their corn songs, caring for their children in a kind of community of women.
But I'm sure with the early whites coming into the Cherokee country, I'm sure they wondered why they were so light-skinned, you know. If I were living back then, I'd wonder why. Of course, the early white people were traders that came in. And Cherokees adapted very well. They needed the metal pots and pans, the hoes, different things like shovels, things that they had. You know, women liked nice-looking clothing, and I'm sure the women accepted the bright ribbons and the bright clothing that was coming in. They started adapting to those things very quickly.
Trade was nothing new for the Indians. A vast network of trading paths had connected Appalachia with both the Gulf Coast and the Great Lakes for centuries. In the early 18th century, however, Cherokees and other Appalachian tribes became increasingly drawn into a world market economy centered in Europe. The Cherokees became one of the key producers for this economy, and what